A man with a badge can ruin your honeymoon faster than turbulence ever could. I learned that the hard way. Flying home right after my wedding. A TSA officer leaned in and said in a flat voice, "You're grounded? Sir, and not by the airline. By the system for what you pulled at 2 a.m. My brain short-circuited. What 2 a.m.? I barely remembered closing my eyes, let alone opening a criminal case. I told him he had the wrong guy. I explained I was sure I was at a bar, that weddings start early, beers end late, and memory sometimes doesn't save the game properly. But he pulled up the record like it was scripture. The timestamp, to 14 a.m., my face plastered across it like a warning label. He wasn't budging. He directed me to a supervisor at gate 34, a woman named Dolores, the kind of veteran employee who carries files heavier than her handbag. She didn't even let me finish my explanation before sighing like she already knew the plot. Federal flag. Sweetheart, you don't just trend on their system. You detonated on it. Apparently the airport police had processed my arrest. I was tased, twitching, barefoot, screaming citizenship statements into the security void. The footage played on the monitor, me trying to dive through security without a ticket, shoving an officer, Glory running into a metal detector like it was a noble quest. The officers' faces in the clip said it all. Not a security breach, a circus malfunction. My phone was shattered. Dignity too. My best friend Sully, Ray Sullivan, had apparently rescued me from myself at 4 a.m. in a rented SUV. I had to use a payphone, because the 21st century wasn't cooperating that day. When he finally answered, his tone was clipped and urgent. Less talking, more sprinting. Parking garage. Level 2. Now, he was already driving before my seatbelt clicked. I pushed again for answers, but he said he'd explain on the road because anxiety was riding shotgun, not patience. He told me I received a disturbing text from my fiancée Mara's sister at 1 a.m., claiming something happened, followed by Ayla not picking up my call, triggering every old wound my brain had ever stored. My dad Theo died the night before vow renewal when I was 12 from a heart attack. Theo died before his bachelor party driving drunk into nothingness. To funerals, same theme of tragic timing. My brain assumed Ayla had joined the playlist of catastrophe because she didn't answer the phone. That's when Drunk Me bolted, and Airport Drunk Me broke into a national security episode. We drove 14 hours in silence, the kind that grows louder the more you think about the wrong turns your brain takes when drunk and hurting. The ceremony venue was 90 minutes away, heartbeat ticking like a cardiac arrhythmia, but in emotional form. The wedding coordinator saw us first, eyes widening like someone spotted a ghost returning from a side quest. She informed me there had been an accident at Ayla's bachelorette party involving glass and disaster, landing her in room 208 at St. Mary's Hospital. I took stairs like I was racing oxygen itself. Room 200A, open door. There she was, breathing, bandaged, unimpressed by the drama, but gloriously alive. Took your sweet time, husband, she teased. And there it was. No cinematic zoom out, no grand reveal, just real life slapping me softer this time. I told her everything, the meltdowns, the tasing, the assumption spiral. She listened without interruption, which was frankly the most terrifying calm moment I'd ever survived. Then she said with that same sharp smile, "You smell like airport floor. We have 20 minutes to get married, and you're mine, idiot." And I laughed, not because it was funny, but because after 5 years of trauma, 14 hours of chaos, and one painful misunderstanding, I finally heard love louder than loss.